Hello everybody. Brett back from Love Bats in the Belfry here for another video. This is going to be my almost unofficial season finale of Love Bats Season 4. To those who are a little unfamiliar with the channel, each year, starting in January, going all the way through December, I basically consider that to be a Love Bat season for the year. And this channel has now existed for 4 years from, I think it's as of May of this year. The channel's been going on 4 years. But the holiday season this year, I wanted to do more videos. Honestly, like I give a lot of credit to creators who put out videos during the holiday season, because to me, it's just nothing but chaos. And then on top of that, trying to put out a video or put out several videos, it's crazy, and I really don't have an excuse for it, honestly. I mean, that is my best excuse. It was just hectic, and then before I knew it, it was like, oh, December's over, like we're going through the Christmas season already. And yeah, Christmas is in a couple days. So yeah, I mean, there was, I wanted to do a Charlie Brown review of the Charlie Brown Christmas special, never got around to it. I did watch tons of stuff, like, Christmas movies, your classics, your ones many people never heard of, your spooky ones. And yeah, spooky ones tend to be more on my favorite side. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really get a whole lot of videos out. But I mean, there is always next year. But with this video, I'm actually recording this on Christmas night, and this is basically the aftermath of Christmas from this year. And I'm kind of gonna just do a little haul video for everybody here on things I got for Christmas from my wife. Most of this is actually from my wife to me, and I got a couple things for myself because of gift cards and receiving stuff from my coworkers and such, and then spending those gift cards already. So yeah, so we're just gonna get into it. So starting off, I don't really know the best way to start off, because a lot of stuff I got, and while it's not like tons of stuff, a lot of it's really cool to me. I actually bought this with an Amazon gift card I got, but I tend to hunt down physical copies of stuff that I know you can't find on streaming. And as of this video, I have not found this streaming anywhere. And when people think Friday the 13th, they're thinking Jason Voorhees and that film series. But actually, in the 80s, there was a Friday the 13th, the series. It was a TV show. And to answer your question, it does not have to do with Jason Voorhees. It actually does have to do with kind of the concept of Friday the 13th and being superstitious and dealing with bad luck and kind of strange things happening. I have not watched this show at all. This was kind of a blind buy. I have heard some decent things from like niche horror fans who are just trying to find different stuff to watch and kind of dig deep for other things to check out. And basically this show is about like a group of people who work for an antique shop and have to deal with, like, apparently it's kind of an anthology series, but this is this is completely blind to me. So I am excited to kind of get into this and see what it's all about. This show ran for 3 seasons, and it's like 70 some episodes total. And I mean, if it's about like people in an antique shop and like these weird artifacts and stuff like that, that does sound really interesting to me. And I'm just hoping it's not like just the worst thing I've ever seen. And if it is like super bad, I hope it's, at least fun type bad, television. So I got that. And yeah, it's quite the loaded series. So I'm excited to get into this. I don't know, depending if I really like it, I might make a video on it. But yeah, I got that, with money from a gift card, and, happened to see it on Amazon. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like horror stuff out there. Just, I don't really hate streaming. And, obviously there's a lot of people out there who I'm one that likes streaming and does use streaming services, but there's a lot of stuff out there I've noticed as of like recently that it's like you just can't find any of this stuff on streaming unless you buy a digital copy of it, or even if that, it's not even available digitally to buy. You basically just have to buy a physical copy of it. And, when I see something like Friday the 13th, the series, I guess I'm going to jump on that, because there's going to be, as time goes on, there's going to be stuff like this that is nowhere to be found. And, unless you own it physically, there's not really going to be many ways to get your hands on it. So I don't know, maybe that was like an existential crisis I had or whatever. But yeah, collecting just horror stuff I really enjoy. So, collecting an old TV show, seemed up my alley. So anyways, moving on, I actually got this from my wife, and we have one kind of like this, but I did find this online. And of course, my wife, if you watched our channel before, she's basically a monster Beetlejuice fan. And I got her a sandworm snow globe, and it has like gold dust particles, flying through it. And the thing about this is we kind of have this, we started this kind of tradition of trying to collect like spooky snow globes. And I know people out there have like a legit snow globe collection and stuff like that. But we thought it'd be interesting to, kind of have our own like, snow globes that are like horror or just in general spooky type themes. And I mean, I didn't see this particular one. She does have one that has like, it says like Beetlejuice and kind of looks like a tombstone as far as the base of the, I can't even think of the word. The base of the snow globe is kind of like that. But yeah, I mean, this was different enough that I was like, it's not going to hurt to add another Beetlejuice type thing to our collection. Yeah, honestly, I feel like in like another 10 years, we could open up a Beetlejuice museum. That's just me though. But yeah, this is just, it was a simple find, but I mean, yeah, in my opinion, you can't really go wrong with buying something Beetlejuice themed, especially if her name is Kelly. But yeah, moving on from that, Kelly got me this. I do have kind of a weird beard going on, and I've kind of tried to embrace growing a beard as years have gone on. Especially, I've embraced growing out my hair. If you see like videos from like 4 years ago, I feel like I look a lot different from how I look now. But I had some facial hair, but you could tell I just didn't really care about it. And my hair was fairly short, and if anything, it was like medium length at most. But that being said, she bought me some beard oil, which is, there's a brand called Grave Before Shave. Whoops, where's the camera at? Yeah, Grave Before Shave. And I have this like conditioner stuff to put on my beard to help like soften it and make sure it's like well groomed and stuff like that. And yeah, my beard is a bit patchy and it grows out pretty patchy, but I mean, I have noticed that, not everyone's beard is perfect and every guy's beard is going to be different, and that's what makes us beautiful. So I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I mean, not every guy is, has the perfect, like, the beard that grows in just perfectly, in every aspect. Like the way mine is, it grows patchy. And also my beard like just tends to grow really long individual hairs. Like there's days where I'll wake up, go and look in the mirror, and then all of a sudden, like I just have one individual hair that's like this long, just growing out of the side of my face. I'm like, why does my body do this? It's really odd. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I do like the Grave Before Shave conditioner that I use. And so she got me one of their beard oil, and I really like how this looks. It's very, yeah, very spooky and very romantic. I guess the scent is called Aphrodisiac, but I'm curious. I haven't even opened this, but let me see how it smells. I mean, it smells pretty pleasant. I like it. And yeah, I mean, I usually use at least beard oil is like Viking Revolution stuff. I really like that brand, but Grave Before Shave with their conditioner. I'm excited to try this beard oil, and you know, I have pretty big confidence in that brand, and I just love the name Grave Before Shave. So yeah, there's that. Moving on to something that is absolutely awesome. My only complaint about this is the glass is just not big enough. But I mean, I will gladly pay that price to have a wine glass that has Black Phillip on it from the movie The Witch and says, "Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?" And basically, Kelly said she was trying to get me a wine glass. She has a Freddy Krueger wine glass, but it's like all black and it just has like the silhouette of Freddy Krueger on it. And she was like, I was trying to get something like that as well, but with like some other horror character. And for me, like I'm more of like a Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers type. But I mean, I love Black Phillip, and I think The Witch is one of the best horror movies out of like probably the last 10 years. And yeah, this was a perfect buy in my opinion. And yeah, literally it was Christmas Eve last night, and we drank lots and lots of wine, yeah, before going to bed. So, and I drank out of it. And I have to say, yeah, my only complaint was the glass is pretty small, but I just went back for more refills basically. But yeah, I love this glass. It's super cool. Hopefully you guys got a good look at it, because I wasn't really paying attention. If you saw it, look that amazingly. But I think that's a good look there now. Yeah, after that, my wife, of course, I'm just mentioning Kelly over and over and over again. Speaking of wine, we tend to just buy like, those big wine openers that are easy where you can just push the things down, and I'm kind of giving it away, but she bought me one that actually spreads like bat wings basically. And yeah, we needed one because the last one I used, somehow one of these was like bent all the way down and the other was bent all the way up. And so the way you would go to use it, you couldn't really squeeze it to have the wine cork pop up. So yeah, that I basically had to go to use like the really like crappy ones that are just like not the best wine openers ever. But yeah, we have this one that has bat wings, so it's pretty fun, and I'm excited to use this. And yeah, the fact that it's Love Bats in the Belfry, and then we have bat wings. And yeah, it's funny because also it was like my parents gave Kelly like these clothespins that were in the shape of cockroaches. And Kelly, while does like spiders and like that type of spooky stuff, she actually really doesn't like bugs. And so like they got such a kick out of giving her clothespins that were shaped like cockroaches. And so now opening one of our drawers, it's like we're gonna have this wine opener with bat wings, we have cockroaches, we have actually a bottle opener that has like a giant spider inside of it as well. So I don't know, that's pretty interesting though. Moving on from talking about wine stuff, I guess we'll get into clothing a little bit. And of course, this one is also from Kelly. But I love me some, horror tees. And, I feel like 95% of like just regular t-shirts I have are like horror t-shirts. But she got me a hoodie that I love the colors on this, and I normally don't wear these colors all the time, but she got me an Exorcist hoodie, and it's like, yeah, like lime green, like kind of slime type green with, most of the hoodie is purple. And then, everyone knows the movie The Exorcist, and to this point, I have not watched The Exorcist Believer because I've heard basically universal negative things about it. So even though I'm a horror fan, I'm like, I'm going to save myself and spare myself the pain of sitting through that movie. And, when like 99% of the reviews you hear are just like, this movie sucks, like just don't waste your time with it. And, life's short. So, and then on the side of the sleeve, I just have to show it. It's a very, very famous image from the movie, but it has Reagan and it says, "I'm not Reagan," because it's, Pazuzu, possessing her. But yeah, I'm stoked to wear this, this hoodie for the winter time. It's going to be fun. Moving on, another shirt. I can never have too many Halloween tees, it feels like. And, Michael Myers is just my dude. And, Halloween being one of my favorite horror movies ever, the original, 1978. But yeah, you have Michael Myers on it. And then, of course, it says "The Night He Came Home." And I really like the colors on it. I don't know. It's something that really stood out to me, is the colors. But yeah, Michael looks pretty cool. Yeah. And I mean, if you've, something was caught up in it. Yeah, if you've seen the channel before, I've basically given my opinion on the Halloween franchise over and over. But yeah, at this point, I'm like kind of done with the series. I don't really care where they go with it anymore. It's just more of the same, just being repeated over and over. And because that's what it is. It's just not meant to really have more to that. And, they're trying to milk it they've been milking it for decades, But, you can't, 1978 Halloween is untouchable. And yeah, even some of the sequels are pretty solid, in my opinion, and still enjoyable to watch. But at this point, Halloween Ends, yeah, I know, just put a lot of bad taste in people's mouths, and it's just like, just let it die. But, they can't, because money is, the world's ran by greed, as David Harbour says in the movie Violent Night. Speaking of, yeah, that's a good, holiday movie to watch, and it's probably going to be a new holiday staple in our household, is Violent Night. David Harbour, it's like, John Wick with a Santa Claus. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, moving on to more horror stuff. Kelly, of course, gave me these as well. But I have these different air fresheners, and the designs just look really cool. I mean, it's not just like images from the movie, like someone legit just, made this artwork. But, you have Ghostface, from Scream. You have Jason, Friday the 13th. And yeah, like, as I said, it's like someone actually like made these designs, and they look really cool. And, we were just talking about Michael. There's Michael. And then last but not least, can't forget Freddy Krueger. But yeah, I'm excited to see what these smell like. I mean, they don't really say what, they're supposed to smell like. So total mystery. But I mean, I'm here for it, and let's have some fun with it. My dog is at the edge of this door to the office. He's probably like, what is my dad doing? Anyway, before I get to the last thing, I at least want to show off a few of these. This is something I could have showed off like in another video, but we didn't. But basically, Kelly's mom got us some, what they're called, horror-naments. And yeah, we put these on a little tree that we had in our movie room. But basically, I'll just show you an example of, I have the boxes here, but you have like kind of a guy dressed up as Santa that's like, kind of battered and beaten. And then you have like a killer gingerbread cookie. I don't know, these are just kind of funny. It was a fun holiday season. I would just say, yeah, it really flew by. Like, it was funny because I feel like I was like taking all the time in the world to prepare for like Halloween and, even Thanksgiving, and then, December rolled around and it just felt like 12 hours went by, and I was like, oh yeah, Christmas is this weekend. Well, crazy. So I'm just going to top off today's video with, I am, a huge music fan, and I have kind of started collecting CDs again, which is really odd and really niche. And at this point, some people are like, what's the point of collecting CDs? But I just kind of found this online, and, I am a fan of this band, so I just kind of wanted to have one of their albums and, be able to jam it. But I ordered Misfits Earth AD, and I still have it in the plastic. I haven't unwrapped it yet. But this album is just like, basically, if you like the crappiest sounding punk music that talks about horror stuff, like, obviously, why aren't you listening to the Misfits? But I actually am a fan of, like, there's the Danzig era when the band first formed, and they broke up. Actually, I think they broke up shortly before this came out. But this album is so short. It's like 21 minutes, but it's 12 songs. But yeah, I love their stuff, and yeah, I love both like eras of, they broke up in like 1982, during the Danzig era, and then they got back together in the 90s, which was the Michael Graves era, and their stuff sounded a little bit better and a little more polished, but it still had like a really dirty, raw sound to it still. But yeah, I enjoy the Michael Graves era quite a lot as well. I actually love their album American Psycho, and Famous Monsters like was a big hit with their fans as well. I don't like that album as much, but yeah, they're an enjoyable band, and I'm excited to jam this a bit more. I actually did order on top of it. I can't show this off because I actually have to return it because it came completely scratched to oblivion. But I ordered actually a live DVD of Glenn Danzig had another band shortly after Misfits broke up, called Sam Hain. And it's basically like Misfits, but a little more slowed down. And they kind of take themselves a little more serious than Misfits. But I ordered a live DVD of them from like 1984. And so the DVD wasn't in the holster when I got the DVD completely wrapped in plastic. Unwrapped it, holster was completely broken, and DVD was scratched into oblivion. So I have to return that and be like, you guys suck, because why would you ship something that falls out of its holster and it's completely broken? And that kind of sucks because I was looking forward to watching that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I mean, with this channel is like, it's mostly, kind of spooky stuff. And the fact it's like I bought a Misfits record, on CD, it's like, I might as well just talk about it, it doesn't hurt. But yeah, that's going to be my Aftermath Christmas haul from 2023. And this is the last video I'm putting out this year until 2024. Yeah, I guess just some quick, like things about from this year. This was quite the weird year for Love Bats. I mean, I feel like this was our biggest transition, as far as what type of videos we put out that happened this year. I started talking about some like, Halloween Havoc stuff, from like WCW days in wrestling. It's like I never did wrestling reviews ever on this channel. And then I started doing those because, well, mostly from their, Halloween Havoc events, because it was like, yeah, spooky wrestling, let's talk about that. But like that happened. A lot of videos from our past and previous years, like, it was a lot of, adventures Kelly and I were going on. But this year we had the birth of our daughter, and that happened in early April this year. So a lot, like, we still tried to do vlogs and tried to do just certain videos and just still put out stuff that was like fun and kind of silly. But honestly, I think this, like, season 4 of Love Bats has been the most off the wall stuff that, at least in my opinion, that we've done. Like, yeah, I talked about wrestling stuff. I've talked about stuff that isn't even spooky or scary at all or horror related. We've done just random vlogs. Like, Kelly and I did a vlog of where we were just trying different sodas. And it's like, maybe we just felt like we needed to try different things, from what we typically have done in the past. But I don't really know what 2024 is going to hold. I mean, and now being parents, our lives are a lot more hectic, and we are, obviously our family is going to come first before making these videos. And I felt like that's what happened this holiday season for me. It was just like, I was just kind of focused on, Kelly and our daughter and, doing the holiday season stuff, and didn't really think about videos at a certain point. So yeah, I mean, stuff like that's going to happen, when you have a family. And yeah, your life completely changes when you give birth to a human being, and, you now have a family of your own. And yeah, so 2024, I honestly don't know what's going to hold in store. I feel like there's times I just get completely inspired to do something completely off the wall and make a video about it. And there's a lot of times where I plan videos like really well, and then I just never come through with doing it because I guess I'm just not into the idea or just really just don't feel like doing it. So, and yeah, especially, when you're working full time and you have a kid and, you want to spend time with them and, you just want to spend time as a family. It's like, a lot of times it's like Kelly's not in videos and, she really enjoys doing it. But yeah, there's just a lot of times where it's like, you know, a lot, our jobs, it's like it requires us to be social. And it's like a lot of times we don't really feel like talking to a camera, for like 30 plus minutes and making a video. It takes a lot of energy. And, I said in the beginning of the video, but it was like I give people a lot of credit who, can like do all that stuff and then still have energy to kind of do something on their own and like put videos out on a very steady basis. And that's not saying it's like I'm trying to like pursue this and make this channel big, because I'm really not. It's like this is just a channel just to have fun with. And I guess that can be my New Year's resolution, is just kind of just find the fun in, the Love Bats channel again, and yeah, just try to enjoy what we're doing and not really take ourselves too seriously. Just kind of do whatever feels right. And yeah, at least I'm going to try to follow that. But yeah, that is the last video of 2023. To those who have watched us this year and have followed us and continue to follow us, and even if you've been with us for a while, I want to thank you all very much for watching and everything. It's kind of crazy because of, our videos we're such a small channel, but like my top 10 Twilight Zone episodes is now like, I think it's at like 20,000 views. It's the most popular video on this channel. And I literally was like, I felt like that video I made was completely like, I was just so nerve-wracked and like I was stumbling over half my words half the time. I feel like the editing was so bad with that video, but people seem to really like that video because even now I just get comments on it all the time. And there's a lot of our videos on this channel that just get 0 comments. But yeah, I thank you guys very much for watching, and yeah, we'll see what happens in 2024. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in a future video. Bye.